Kev, we're just going to do just a wee kind of a review, I suppose, of the season that's about to finish. We've got one game to go against Dundonald. We've secured 4th place in our first season back in the Premier League. How does that marry up with your expectations that you had at the start of the season?
We've probably exceeded slightly. We had kind of set our target to, kind of first and foremost is you want to stay in this league as soon as you come up. That's the given for any promoted team. So obviously we've exceeded that. We had other targets within that structure. We wanted to be the better of the other 3 promoted teams. And then also, we had a wee eye on Haddington obviously along the road, because they had such a good season in 22-23 in the Premier League, and we kind of said, well, can we hang on to Haddington's coattails and kind of use them as a target, and kind of their finishing places obviously being so close to us, and obviously we've exceeded that as well. Potentially been 15 points ahead of them, depending on Saturday's result. But we set all these little targets within the main target, and we've reached them all. We've exceeded in most of them. And the cup competitions, that was another one that would set the players. In my time, we've not done great in the cups. So we set them a target of progression. Can we progress further than we did last year? And we've done that in every single cup competition as well. So these are the targets that we set, and the guys have achieved it and more.
And you must have been pleased with the start to the season. When we think back to when we had Dundonald in the first game of the season, 4-1.
4-1 here, yeah.
And then we've gone to Socky, who were one of the favourites for the title, and we beat them 7-2 away.
Yeah.
And it really set us up for the whole season.
Yeah.
Just the way we kicked on.
Yeah.
And was that, what do you think was behind that? Was that just a really good pre-season behind that? Was it?
I think so. I thought we were really, really fit at the start of the season. We were put into place the way that we wanted to play during pre-season, and we could see that. It was quite evident in the first few months. And the fitness was a big bit. You were obviously there at pre-season, and it was hard, and it had to be hard because we were going up a league. So we were very, very fit. We were very dynamic, and we filled the team with pace, and pace can hurt anybody. And that's what we've done, and that's what we aimed to do. So it was good to see it, come to fruition.
Yeah. And we've been round the top half pretty much the whole season, and that's kind of testament to the character of the boys. When the results maybe haven't gone their way, or there's been wee dips in form, they've clawed it back in, and they've kept going.
I'd probably say that the only dip we had was unfortunately the fortnight prior to the cup final. Yeah. Other than that, we'd never been 3 games in the bounds getting beat. We'd always managed to recover for 2 defeats. Yeah. So that was just unfortunate, the timing. Let's not take anything away from the players. They've done magnificent to get to a regional cup final. It's a cup competition that lower league teams compete in. We've had to face the holders, and the lads deserve massive credit for that. Just unfortunate on the day that we weren't good enough, and it was probably only 45 minutes that we weren't good enough. So that's got to get a bit credit to Inverkeithing for that as well, because they didn't let us play.
Yeah. And you touched on the fact that we've competed against lower league sides this year across the cup competitions, and we haven't looked out of place. When we've played these sides, and even then in the Scottish Cup, we've gone up against East Fife and Alloa, and competed brilliantly with them. Yeah.
And again, I know that's one-off games. I'm not saying we'd compete with East Fife or anybody in League 2 over 30 games. That's just very unlikely. But on these one-off games, we can compete with everybody. There's no reason to fear anybody. We're always well organised, and the guys know their jobs within the structure, and we've got good football players as well. I've probably said it a few times before the Scottish Cup, but I'd rather die on my sword than change the way that I think or what we're good at doing. and the guys have, they've been brilliant. It's been a great achievement to finish fourth, and beating East Fife and competing with Alloa, who ended up in the championship playoffs. So it has been a very good and an exciting season as well.
Yeah, agreed. I think some of the football that's been played at times has been fantastic to watch. Some great goals.
Yeah.
I think when we did the Player of the Year nominations, we could easily have had 7 or 8 different winners, and nobody could really complain of if any of the 7 or 8 had won. So, and most of the boys are signed up again for next season.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah, I think we're 19 of the 22. There will be people leaving. That's just life. That happens. Whether it be a club decision or whether it be the player's decision, it happens. But having 19 of them signed, I didn't have to go and get 6 or 7 players. I need 2 or 3, and that's it. And I feel that with another year with this squad, or the nucleus of this squad, potentially go and get better again.
And in terms of those 2 or 3 recruitments that you're looking for, conversations happening with the guys already?
Hi, they're always happening. We've had one player agree terms already, so he's definitely coming in, and then there's been another couple that we've lost. 2 through injury, actually. 2 are going to require operations that I've been trying to get in, and then there's another player or 2 that's decided to go elsewhere. So again, that's life. We just need to just get what we feel the squad needs, just to help the squad, just to boost the squad with numbers and with quality.
And after the drama of the season prior to this one, the guys only had a couple of weeks break before they were straight into an intense pre-season, as we've said. Got a bit longer off this time around, though. I think everybody will be welcome with the break.
Well, obviously the Premier League finishes that a wee bit sharper, so we're going to get 4 weeks off this year instead of 2 weeks. Ideally the 5 weeks would have been great, but the rearranged fixture coming on Saturday has obviously scuppered that. But 4 weeks will be plenty of time. There'll be after a fortnight, the boys will be able to come back. You always get the message from Bob Berry, want to start earlier. I think actually the guys, when we had that short break last year, I think a few of them still went out and done stuff with Smalley.
They were a week early.
A week early, aye. So boys didn't want a long time off now. They want to keep going, but you just got to kind of manage that and let their bodies recover before hammering them again.
Yeah. And in terms of the intensity of pre-season that's coming up, are you planning the same again? Just plenty of friendlies, lots of sessions, double sessions?
Aye, so we'll do the same. I think we've got a fortnight of training before we take our first friendly. We're playing 6 friendlies this year. So we start off, I think, the first week in July, where we play Dalkeith Thistle here. That'll be our first one. Then we'll follow on to Berwick Rangers in the Paul Hampshire Memorial Cup, so we're away to Berwick Rangers for that this season. And then we continue on. We've got Hibs again, we've got Hearts, we've got Cowdenbeath, and we're going away to Newcastle Benfield, the team that came up here last summer, which were a very good side. They were very, very fit and well organised and technically good and strong. So going down there will be a challenge. A physical challenge, but that will just set us up nicely for the start of the season.
And personally, are you heading away over the course of 4 weeks, getting a wee break?
I'm away on Sunday. I'm away Sunday for a week, and then that's just a wee sneaky week that I've managed to get. And then I think once we're kind of back into pre-season, I'm away again on my family holiday. So got the two breaks coming up.
Brilliant. Well deserved, Kevin. Congratulations on what has been a fantastic season.
Thank you.
The boys have been great, and we're looking forward to seeing what can be achieved next season.
Brilliant, thank you.